Most videos on overspending explain why you do it: dopamine, marketing tricks, credit cards. You already know that. This one's different. We'll quickly cover why people overspend, because to stop it, you first need to understand it. But most of the video is about what you actually care about: how to stop overspending. The main reason people overspend isn't logic, it's emotions. Spending gives you a quick dopamine hit. That's why shopping when you're stressed, bored, or even celebrating feels so good in the moment, even if you regret it later. Companies know this and design ads, apps, and stores to trigger that urge. Here's the main issue. You're bored on a Saturday, scrolling online, and before you know it, you've bought another gadget you didn't plan on. It feels good for 5 minutes until the credit card bill arrives. Did you know studies show around 40 to 50% of all purchases are impulsive, made in the heat of the moment, not planned, which shows why overspending is such an issue. And once you see the rest of the video, you'll never look at your spending the same way again. I'll break it down into simple steps you can actually follow. Step 1. Awareness equals power. But here's the part almost nobody told you. If you don't know your emotional trigger, you'll keep repeating the cycle. Track every purchase for 1 week, and you'll be shocked at what you discover. Write down what you bought and how you felt. You'll quickly see patterns. Like noticing every time you fight with your partner, you're suddenly ordering takeout. The next step is to find healthier ways to handle those emotions, not money. That could mean counseling or free habits that help you cope. If you're enjoying this, subscribe, it helps the channel a lot. Step 2, where most people go wrong. And here's the part most people never realize until it's too late. It's not your bills making you broke, it's because too much money leaks into non-essentials. And this next statistics might even shock you. On average, people spend thousands every year on eating out, multiple subscriptions, and impulse purchases. It's the $10 Chipotle at lunch, the Netflix you forgot about, the midnight Amazon orders. One by one, they don't matter, but stacked together, they're the reason your savings account is empty. And here's the scary part. 67% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and 1 in 4 have no emergency savings at all. And remember, America is the richest country in the world by total wealth, yet millions still struggle financially. Instead of shopping to feel better and buying things we don't need, we should turn more to family and friends when we're feeling down. And when it comes to our kids, instead of constantly buying them gadgets, we should spend more quality time, like a simple day out in the park. Balance is the key. I'm not saying never spend on fun, just don't fund your lifestyle with debt. Leisure is important, go out, enjoy yourself. But do it in moderation, not all the time, and be smart about it. If you want the occasional want, find a cheaper deal that'll save you money. And the next step is to make spending harder, literally put roadblocks in your own way. Step 3, split, cover, and invest. And here's where things get powerful, a way to structure your money so overspending becomes almost impossible. But first you need to work out how much you need for essentials like rent, food, utilities, gas. Then, use your banking app to split your money into sub-accounts. 1 for bills, 1 for groceries, 1 for leisure, 1 for emergencies, and 1 for investing. When your money is divided into buckets, you know exactly what you can spend. By doing this, you'll finally feel in control, watching your savings grow instead of your balance drain. And with whatever's left for investing could be invested in something broad like the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is a stock index of 500 major US companies that you can invest in. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned about 10% per year on average on an investment. Imagine putting just $200 a month into the market, about the cost of one nice dinner out a week. Do that consistently, and over time it could grow into $500,000 in 40 years. The more you invest, the faster that number grows. And that will bring you way more happiness than designer shoes ever could, because those won't buy you financial freedom. Step 4, build joy outside shopping. Overspending often comes from trying to fill emotional gaps. That's why finding hobbies that make you genuinely happy is powerful. Picture yourself running in the park with music blasting, free, clear-headed, versus standing in line at the mall buying shoes you'll wear twice. Or you could learn a new skill like cooking. It's cheap and therapeutic. Same brain chemistry, but instead of draining your wallet, you're boosting your health, mood, and bank balance. Step 5, stop lifestyle inflation. The real competition is not with your social circle to buy stuff and look wealthy. This is the trap that keeps even high-income earners broke. The real competition is with yourself to keep saving and investing to eventually achieve true financial freedom. And then you'll be miles closer to never worrying about money again. Now you'd think getting a raise makes you richer, right?
Wrong.
One survey found 60% of people increase their spending every time they get a raise, which is why their savings never grow. You get a $5,000 raise, feel invincible, and boom, you're signing papers for a car you can't afford. You look rich, but your account hasn't moved an inch. Step 6. Inflation. Here's a hidden enemy eating your money every single year, even if you cut spending, and that is inflation. This is shocking, but over the last 20 years, inflation has averaged 2 to 3% a year in places like the US and UK. That means almost everything, groceries, rent, gas, quietly gets more expensive every year. But incomes don't always rise at the same pace. Here's the cold truth: if you're overspending today, you're not just hurting your budget now, you're setting yourself up to fall behind in the future. And most people don't realize this until it's too late. At just 3% inflation a year, the same $100 bill that fills your grocery cart today will only buy half of it in 25 years. The smarter move is to protect yourself by building an emergency fund in case you lose your job and investing so your money grows faster than inflation. That could mean the S&P 500 or even starting your own business. The goal isn't just to keep up with rising costs, it's to outgrow them and secure your financial freedom. If you build a successful business or grow your investments, you'll have the freedom to spend on yourself and your family without stressing about bills or emergencies. And if you reach a 7-figure business, you can enjoy some luxuries too, but the key is discipline. Spend more if you like, just don't overspend. Subscribe for more videos like this.